What do we think, you two boys? You big goofballs? Pretty fun, Jeremy. I see some enrichment set up for you and your brother to enjoy. Just another day of living wild at heart here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Oh, you're getting right to business, aren't you, Big Jer? Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. You're tuned into the Wildcat Sanctuary here in Sandstone, Minnesota. We are a forever home for wildcats in need, and today we are doing a live post with two of our rescued residents, white tigers, Simon and Jeremy. We promised you guys a barrel feeding post at the beginning of the week, and today is the day. A little scheduling mixed up. We thought it was going to be the tiger trio, but it is indeed Jeremy and Simon here. But nonetheless, always great to see our residents taking advantage rather of the enrichment that our caretaking staff creates for them. There's some chicken pieces hiding in there, and I think the boys are going to walk around, get the lay of the land, and then circle back to their barrel feeders. If I was a betting man. But I am going to follow them. Oh, maybe I see Jeremy turning around. They also have their pool filling, so they got lots of options to enjoy themselves. Either the barrel enrichment or, of course, their pool enrichment. Let's see if I can catch up to these fellas. And I will say that Mr. Simon, who we have walking by here, Mr. Simon, we saw you playing with the barrel feeders earlier today, and there wasn't any food in them even. So my hopes are high that he'll be circling back here and wanting to take advantage of that enrichment, because it's got some delicious snacks in there too, Mr. Simon. Some delicious snacks. Thanks everyone for joining us today. I think it's kind of the calm before the storm here with Jeremy and Simon. We have their barrel feeders loaded up with some food, and I'm hoping for some fireworks, so we'll see here. Hey, Susan K., thanks for joining us. Hey, Chloe B., thank you for the stars. Speaking of stars, looks like the star of the show for now is Mr. Simon, who's starting to paw and play with his barrel feeders. It's engaging him physically, it's engaging him mentally. Oh, standing up on hind legs. Good for you, Mr. Simon. The fireworks have begun indeed, Nadia. Indeed. Way to go, says Lauren. Caesar and Logan would be amazing to watch. I agree, if we could put the barrel feeders in there. I know that these barrel feeders were in Caesar and Logan's habitat, and let me see if I can recall. I think they were a little unsure of them, if I remember correctly. We tried doing a TikTok on the barrel feeders with Caesar and Logan. But I think kind of the swinging nature of the barrel feeders just had them a little unsure of things. And we found that Jeremy and Simon in particular are favorites of this one. And we also have the barrel feeder enrichment in the Tiger Trio's habitat, but a little different style than what we see here with these hanging barrels. Oh man, look at you go, Simon. He looks like a kid on a playground playing with a toy, and that's kind of the exact idea that we're looking for with enrichment items like this. And you'll always see, any of our photos and our live posts, I see two balls in the background. Obviously, we have the barrel feeders dangling around there. If you were to go into any of the indoor bedrooms of some of our residents, you would see enrichment in there. We have toys, hanging hammocks, just the regular old hammock beds, all the things to help keep our cats occupied and stimulated, because there's no getting around the fact that our cats are living in a captive environment, but nonetheless we're going to do the best to make that the most enriched environment possible for our residents. Oh, there you go. And it's so cool to see the barrel feeder work. It's, you know, Simon's not exactly reaching his paws in there, but he's kind of pushing the barrels around and causing so much of a commotion that it'll spit out a piece of chicken like that. So he is a smart little tiger here. He knocked that barrel around. We saw that chicken fly out, and he stopped for a moment and picked up that piece and rewarded himself. So it's great to see. And I know a question that we commonly get when we do live posts like this, where there's maybe free feeding or feeding with the barrels like this, is, well, hey, what about Jeremy, who's not being as forward and wanting to take advantage of the enrichment with his food? And that is just a partial amount of their diet are in these barrel feeders. Caretakers swing back around and make sure that both cats do receive their full diet. So definitely a common question that we get with our free feeding live posts when they're pairs of cats. Look at that thing go. Look at that thing go, Simon. You are a strong tiger. And I think another thing that kind of viewing the sheer power of an apex predator like Simon impresses upon us is just how unsuitable of a pet he would make, and just reinforcing the fact that Mr. Simon is a wild animal, and this is why the Wildcat Sanctuary says no to wild pets, is because even when a cat like Simon is just playing, he can do some major damage to humans like us. What do you think, big fella? What do you think, big guy? He says, not too bad. He just had to come and walk up to us to get some acknowledgement for all the hard puzzle solving that he's doing here. Yep, Valerie, you said it exactly right. Imagine the strength behind those pushes. Mr. Simon and Jeremy, they're clocking in, close to that 400-pound mark, and they have those massive paws with those razor-sharp claws and their big teeth. These are apex predators and meant to hunt and kill, and very simply are not appropriate pets. Hey, Lay, thanks for joining us. Glad you could hang out with Jeremy, Simon, and I as they use their minds tackling their barrel feeders, quite literally. Hey, Daria, thanks for joining us. Let's see, Lauren Elizabeth. The people who have created these situations should be in a barrel feeder while they're in the enclosure. It might be a little cruel sounding, but they need to understand. Oh, I see. Just empathizing. Laura Reed, look how they're having an absolute blast. That's the idea. That is the idea, Mr. Simon, and we're so happy that you like taking advantage of that barrel feeder. And I mentioned earlier, it does have the food in there now, but my intern Parker and I were actually just going around the sanctuary and taking photos, and Simon, you were having a heyday with the barrel feeder even when it didn't have any food in it, just as a toy. So I'm going to take a big guess and say that you are going to have quite the cat nap tonight, big fella. Yeah, that's going to be a big cat nap. Yeah. Welcome, everyone. If you're just joining us, we have Mr. Tiger Simon here hanging out on a live post today. He just was pawing and swatting and totally having a blast with his barrel feeder enrichment here. Mr. Jeremy of the two brothers here, looks like, I don't know, he's maybe found his own spot to relax. But Simon, I don't know, he walked up to us and he says, whew, I was giving it my all. Maybe it's time for a break. Maybe it's time for a break. I'll look at a few more comments here before we wrap things up, but it certainly has been a blast. And I sure hope that you guys tuned in for the live post that happened about an hour ago. Tammy brought to you guys a really special update that happened this week. We had some cat moves take place. One of them being Winona moving a little bit closer to Tiger Dash. So we got to see both of them on a live post. Tammy pointed out some of the similarities between those two, Winona being Dash's mother. So that was certainly cute and special. And it looks like Mr. Simon is giving us a nice natural conclusion to our live post. But Maybe it was a little shorter, but it was certainly action-packed. Be sure to check out the full post if you did miss out on Simon absolutely going to town on these barrel feeders. But for now, hey, it's Friday, everyone. Have a great and safe weekend. We look forward to bringing you guys more live posts here at the Wildcat Sanctuary next week. So thank you again, everyone.